you guys having fun so far? Yeah? Alright guys, make some noise for Iran versus China! Let's do this! Rock, paper, scissors. Again, rock, paper, scissors. Cool, China, what do you want to do? Alright guys, Iran's gonna go first. Make some noise! Iran, forward!
Cassie is Chinese, and if she was raised in China, there's a good possibility that she would eventually eat dog. But because she was raised in Canada and does stand-up, what she actually eats is shit. In China, it's mandatory that makeup be tested on animals. In Canada, it's mandatory that Cassie wears makeup. There's a racist stereotype that Chinese people have small dicks, and that's not true. Cassie has a huge dick. In China, rich people hire body doubles to do the things they don't want, like serve their prison sentences, or watch Cassie do stand-up. China has 33 million more men than women, and yet unmarried women in their late 20s and over are referred to as leftover women. That'll never happen to Cassie, because you can't be left over if you're never wanted. China executes more people than 4 times the rest of the global community combined. And even that's still not fast enough. A popular Chinese pastime is cricket battles, and Chinese children often keep crickets as pets. If there's one thing Cassie is very familiar with, it's the sound of crickets. I read that a third of San Francisco's air pollution comes from China. Air pollution is a real weird way to say Chinese population. China is home to some of the tallest buildings in the world. They built them so tall so they could finally get a fresher breath air. China has a strict one-child policy that often leads to baby girls being aborted. And it's hard to read about all these poor baby girls being aborted and not think, why not Cassie? In China, they eat things like tiger testicles and shark fin soup. The only thing the Chinese can't stomach is raising a daughter. Every 30 seconds in China, a child is born with a birth defect, like a vagina. Every year, 4 million cats are eaten in China. Between that and all the baby girls being aborted, China's not gonna have any pussy left. China is proof that Trump's idea to build a wall is idiotic because China has an amazing wall and the country is still full of shitty people. That's it.
That's fun, everybody. Make some noise. Iran roasting China. It's China's turn. Cassie, take it away. Make some noise for Cassie.
By law, Iranian women have to cover their faces with veils, and Iranian men have to cover their faces with their nose. In Iran, women like to show that they're wealthy by flaunting the bandages from a nose job. To show that they're married, they like to flaunt the bandages from domestic abuse. Fuad, like most Iranians, is a devout Shia Muslim, okay? Meaning that he worships a god that can have many wives but only one eyebrow. In Iran, being gay is punishable by death. And it's a miracle that Foad is still alive with us today. Because he's always eating a dick on stage. The Iranian government banned Facebook recently, so Iranians had to make their own version called Nosebook. Persian cats are highly sought after worldwide for their squishy faces and their soft fur. Okay? Even though it's also soft and squishy, no one wants to pet Foad's dick. Foad is Iranian, but he prefers being called Persian because he identifies as a pussy. Ancient Persians invented the postal service, which in the modern world is as irrelevant as Foad's comedy. Goat is an Iranian delicacy, but Foad can't eat that anymore because he's now a vegan, okay? The only thing he misses more than eating goat is fucking it. For years, Iranian nuclear scientists have secretly been learning to make bombs by carefully studying Foad's jokes. Persian rugs have intentional imperfections in them to symbolize that only God can create perfection. The world has Iran in it, to symbolize that God's not real. Muslims in Iran pray 5 times a day for their God Allah to hear them, okay? But it's better than not being heard at all, like for those who are praying to Iran's Human Rights Commissioner. So, okay, you guys might not know this, but Foad this year just competed at Just for Laughs. You guys know Just for Laughs? Yeah, he was just there. Isn't that amazing? Give him a round of applause. He's doing amazing. Yeah. His family is so proud that he's finally following in his father's footsteps of blowing up on the scene. Thank you.
Cassie Cao, everybody! Oh my God. Someone's gonna call the Human Rights Tribunal after this roast. Alright guys, moment of truth. Make some noise for Foad! Make some noise for Cassie! Oh, just a little bit, but Cassie won! There we go! The government will finally get off your back. Alright, have a seat guys.